Hi students, welcome back. I'm sad that I won't see you anymore this semester, but I'm glad that we'll be able to continue online. And I am figuring out how to have you see me some of the time as we move online, so that those of you who are audio learners, those of you who would like it to be in a succinct package that your professor sends every week, will have access to these lectures or discussions that are happening online. I'm coming to you today from my couch. I'm wearing a headband and yoga pants, and that should signal to you that I hope the vibe for the rest of this semester for this course is relaxed and flexible. I know a lot of you are experiencing a lot of confusion, and some of you may have more challenges than others. And I want this move online to be as painless as possible for us. If you have any challenges or something comes up in the semester, don't panic. Let me know and we will figure something out. In the meantime, I also want you to know that I will have office hours via either GChat or Google Hangouts on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. I will be available at jessicamhayden@gmail.com, and that's written all over the place on our Blackboard in case you don't know how to spell any of that. But please do, if you have emails, please do continue to send them to jhayden@wcu.edu. So jhayden@wcu.edu, because I don't really check that Gmail email very often. I have like my retail spam goes there. So please be sure to meet me at jessicamhayden@gmail.com for office hours, but continue to email my WCU email when you need to. All right. That said, there are some pretty big changes happening in the course that I think will only be beneficial to you. First, the exam has been pushed later in the semester, and the paper has been pushed later in the semester, both. So please check the revised syllabus for these changes. I've highlighted all of the changes in yellow, and I've struck out everything that is no longer relevant, like grading your attendance is no longer relevant, but your participation has changed. Speaking of that change, I want to be really clear that we are moving to some limited discussion on the discussion forums provided by Blackboard. And what this is going to look like is I've split you up into groups of 6 people each, or thereabouts if it's not even. And for 3 of the remaining weeks, I have assigned 2 people to be discussion leaders. And the discussion leaders are going to answer the big question I've posed for the week, just like an essay question. The big question for this week for campaigns and elections is, what's the best change that we could make to improve our elections in the United States? So the 2 people I've assigned as discussion leaders are going to answer that question in an essay that's 200 or more words. And you discussion leaders are going to post this answer by March 27th at 11:59 p.m. So that's this coming Friday. Then everyone else in your group is just going to make a response, 3 or 4 sentences, a paragraph, nothing serious, over the next following week. So that should be submitted by April 3rd from everyone else. So just to give you an idea of what's coming down the pipeline, the discussion leaders are Yahara and Elena for group 1, Eamon and Quentin for group 2, Mohammed and Serenity for group 3, Shreya and Brendan for group 4, and Andrew and Michaela for group 5. So those people who I just said your names, you're going to be discussion leader this one time, this one week for campaigns and elections. And your big question is, what is the best thing we could do to improve elections in the United States? And then you're going to defend your answer in 200 or more words. Moving on from that, we are also going to change our quiz schedule. It will no longer be every once in a while or pop quizzes. It's going to be a quiz every Friday. I will still drop the lowest quiz grade, and you'll still get 50% just for taking the quiz. So there is that nice floor, but the quizzes will be longer to make sure that you're really digesting the material, since I can't really look at you and ask you anymore what you're understanding and what you aren't. So the quizzes will be a little bit longer. You'll have a longer time to do them, and they'll be open on Friday to Sunday every week. You can take them when you want. They're going to be open book, and they will be timed, and more of that to come. All of that said, I'm really looking forward to working with you online on campaigns and elections this week. Elections are the linchpin of democracy, the foundation of democracy. They really define what it means to be a democracy, that we get to choose the people who are in charge of making the rules that we live by or the laws that we live by. I've posted some text, some notes about just how important I think elections are and what you can go ahead and get started on. But I wanted to go ahead and make the honest admission that using Zoom to record lectures is new to me. And I'm working on doing the PowerPoint and me side by side, making sure that works, making sure it makes sense for you. And so in the meantime, I'm gonna probably post the presentations that I want you to watch on campaigns and elections by Wednesday morning at the latest. And if I haven't figured it out by then, I will post my notes, which is basically a script of what I was going to say anyway. And we'll start next week with these audio presentations. I really appreciate you all and your hard work and your patience as we've all moved online. I want to hear from you about any concerns or challenges that you're facing, either via email again or during my office hours tomorrow. One more thing, if you haven't received, or if you lost track of your book in all this confusion, or you don't know where it is, there's a tutorial on Blackboard about how you can actually get that book online for free for the rest of the semester. So let me know if you have any more questions. I miss you guys, but we will talk online soon. Bye.